Hi everybody. In this video I would like to talk about an Eaton's article, Painting and Ethics. Let me share the screen with you. Okay, Ann Eaton is assistant professor of philosophy at the University of Illinois at Chicago. So can a painting be worse artistically speaking because it is ethically flawed? Can it be artistically better due to its ethical merits? So some ways one may arise at ethical concerns about paintings. Here's some ways that might happen. A group of watercolor landscapes that bear the signature Adolf Hitler, but the ethical, right. Okay, let me start that over, pardon me. So here are some ways that ethical concerns might arise with paintings. So a group of watercolor landscapes that bear the signature Adolf Hitler. So that might be some ways that ethics gets involved with painting. Problem is that the ethical judgments regard the painting. Another example would be a painting that is produced under unjust conditions, such as slavery. But the painting and the act are ontologically distinct from each other. They're very different. One implies nothing about the other. So there's nothing that's, because the painting and the act that the painting is about are so different, then nothing is implied from one to the other. One might condemn a painting because it represents something unethical, like because it represents something unethical. But we shouldn't confuse the thing represented with the representation. So far, all our judgments have aimed at something besides the paintings. What about paintings that promote ethically bad actions? But it is likely how one acts would depend on their previous proclivities. How would you prove that the behavior was caused by the painting? But what if the painting invites an unethical response? Now, this is the question that Eaton thinks is a viable thing to discuss. So she says, consider Titian's Rape of Europa and Picasso's Guernica. Both paintings depict acts of cruelty. If it is possible to judge the paintings ethically, one needs to consider not what, but how these events are depicted. We have to consider what attitudes the paintings take toward their subject matter. Whereas Picasso's painting condemns the bombing of the Basque town, Titian's painting celebrates and eroticizes Jupiter's sexual violation of Europa. Now, you can find black and white reproductions in your the scan of your article from the text from the website, but you can also Google these two paintings. There are a lot of different kinds out there. Just Titian's Rape of Europa is the name of that one. Well, Rape of Europa is the name of it. Picasso's Guernica is the other. Picasso's painting calls upon the audience to be horrified by the massacre. Titian's picture calls upon the audience to be erotically titillated by and celebrate the rape. But it would be a gross misunderstanding of either painting to think otherwise. This is not an empirical claim, it is a normative one. We are encouraged to take sensual delight in the Titian, but not in the Picasso. Picasso's aims to unsettle and disturb. So it is these solicitation of responses derived from the formal and contentful features of the paintings themselves that is ethically accessible. Now then, at the very end of the excerpt, she gives 3 different kinds of positions. Separatism is where ethical and artistic values are utterly distinct. They're kept separate. So artistic values, ethical values, 2 completely different things. Moralism is the view that an artwork is artistically excellent insofar as it is ethically good. So it is artistically excellent insofar as it's ethically good. And then ethicism is a view that painting can be artistically improved or diminished by ethical properties. I hope this short video has helped you understand this very interesting article. Thank you very much for your time and attention.